of how you and Mama Rachel value and cherish the Muslim community in this country. Since, Your Excellency, it is not every day that I get a chance to stand before you and address you on behalf of the Muslims, allow me, Your Excellency, to share with you some pertinent issues relating to the Muslim community in the country. For nearly 2 decades, a silent policy of discrimination against Muslims in this country persisted in the issuance of the national identity cards. Under the guise of a vetting process, the acquisition of this vital document by Muslims was transformed from a right to a privilege. This process, unfortunately, bore the hallmarks of injustice against Muslims. Despite relentless calls by the Muslim leadership of the country, including appeals to the highest office of this country, our voices were largely ignored. Mr. President, today I stand before you on behalf of the Muslim population of this country to say to you a big thank you. And to express our heartfelt gratitude to you for listening to our cries and abolishing vetting for issuance of IDs to Muslims. We thank you for not only listening to our pleas, but also taking a decisive action to eliminate this discrimination policy. Even in the face of opposition from those who sought to maintain this unjust practice, you remained resolute and unshaken. This action will undoubtedly be one of the lasting legacies of your leadership that will be remembered by the Muslims for generations to come. Your Excellency, in the same stride, we humbly request that your directive be extended to the issuance of passports, where having a Muslim name is an automatic ticket for vetting. It is discrimination and gives a sense of feeling that we are less Kenyans and we are not. We believe that such practices have no place in our nation. We are Kenyans like any other Kenyan in this country. Your Excellency, we are hopeful that you will address this matter with the same commitment of justice and fairness. Mr. President, we also commend you for continuing the tradition of waiving taxes on dates during the holy month of Ramadan. I have chosen, Your Excellency, to commend you specifically, and I repeat, specifically you, because C.S. John Badi officially wrote back to us in January telling us that his hands were tied. So it is through your intervention, Your Excellency, that Muslims received a tax waiver on the importation of dates during this holy month of Ramadan. Asante sana, Your Excellency. We request, Your Excellency, that this noble gesture be institutionalized for the coming years and that the waiver be gazetted well in advance of the blessed month, allowing for broader distribution. For the second consecutive year, Mr. President, your government has provided food support to vulnerable Muslims during the month of Ramadan. We understand that the program, which costs more than 100 million shillings, is a goodwill gesture from Your Excellency and aims at ensuring the vulnerable Muslim households in various countries have access to meals during this holy month of Ramadan. It is a noble gesture which the Muslim community greatly appreciates, Your Excellency. Mr. President, last year we made an appeal to you